Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning. It is Lions Talk with Jeremy B. How are you doing today? I'm going to invite Mr. Leonard on. There, that's done. We got a couple in the chat already. We got Joey Uso. And Paul Jones.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
There we go. That's for you, Joey. Good to see everybody. We actually got some Lions news to talk about. So last year, we ended up with 5 players making the top 25 of players under 25 in the NFL, according to NFL Network rankings. At number 1 is Mr. Penei Sewell. At number 8 is one Brian Branch. At number 10 is Jahmyr Gibbs. At 23 is Sam Laporta. And at 25 is Curbstomp Joseph. That's pretty amazing that we got 5 in the top 5, but we're not called a young team. And according to their rankings, that's the most of any team in the NFL. Also have the cumulative fines, player fines from 2024. Altogether, it was $233,736. Number 1 was Brian Branch at $70,896, where 20,000 of it came alone in the Packers game in Week 9. Rookie contract. On the 9th of May, hey, that's also for all Lions fans because we're back-to-back North Division championships, too. It's not just for you. Yes, you're the NFL champs, but we are the NFC North champs, so it's a double meaning. Rookie contracts on the 9th. Miles Frazier, Ahmed Hassanin, Dan Jackson, and Dominic Lovett all signed. And yesterday, Tesla signed on Monday his 4-year, $665 million total contract. What's up, Dwayne Keene? So we got 5 of our 7 draft picks already signed. All that's left now is Tate Ratledge and Malik Williams. Today, Calvin Shepard said Marcus Davenport's not going to miss a single snap of the offseason or preseason that he's assigned to, and he hopes that that continues throughout the year. Do I trust it? No, I think he'll get a hangnail and miss half a season. Guy hasn't played a full season in 5 seasons. Yeah, it is crazy, and I love it. And look, we now have a stream of our comments coming right on the screen. I don't have to post them every time. I just wanted to show you I still can. Yeah, everybody else had 4 or less. Eagles had 4. Packers had 2. There was a bunch of them that had 2. Bears had 2. Absolutely. If you think about it, that's in 4 years. 4 years of drafting that it's going by result. Packers have 2. Yeah, because Jordan Love's already over 25. Brad and the staff been cooking since they've been here. Absolutely. Have they made mistakes? Yes. I mean, Josh Pascal, Broderick Martin. Right now, it's not looking good for Sorsdal. And yes, we got Yoli. Yeah, it was their offensive lineman and offensive lineman and Jaden Reed who made the list for the top 25. Yes, we do in week 11. That's going to be one of our biggest tests. It's in your stadium, Joe Uso. We're going to take a quick break to watch the other intro. Absolutely, we can co-stream, Joey.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
All right. So, yes, we have 5 Lion rookies signed. All we have left to do is our first and second rounders. And like I recapping, 5 in the top 5, we have number 1, Panay Sewell, number 8, Ryan Branch, number 10, Jameer Gibbs, number 23, Sam Laporta, number 25, Kirby Joseph. And that's a slight snub to Kirby Joseph, who's had better stats than Ryan Branch. Smoking Dad's in the building. Yeah. And don't forget, we had $233,736 of player fines last season, and that did not lead the NFL. Because they're trying to maximize what they can get per their position with the rookie salary cap. That started 2 years ago, and it's continued this past year, the year before, with Caleb Williams getting the max contract he could as the first pick overall. So it used to be a percentage range. Now everybody's going for the 100%. They want it fully guaranteed and all that good stuff. And I get it, because the NFL careers are short. You have 3 years to maximize your income on average. Right. I also feel it's unnecessary because all these GMs realize that way it's going, and these guys are him hawing probably over the guaranteed money. That's my opinion. They want fully guaranteed instead of 75% or 50%. When really all they should give a shit about is the incentives and the signing bonus, because the signing bonus they get right up front. Right. Same here. When I walk in, I'm like, "Yep, I want 2,000 a week, and I want it paid up front." We have 40 people watching across the network. Nice, you're back. That's why I hadn't heard from you. Good to see you, Pat Rothwell. Nice of you to join the show. Oh, I was just letting everybody know we got 5 players in the top 25 under 25 according to the NFL Network ranking. Number 1, Panay Sewell. Number 8, Brian Branch. Number 10, Jameer Gibbs. Number 23, Sam Laporta. And number 25, Kirby Joseph. I think Kirby Joseph should be up there in the top 10 myself, but that's just my personal opinion because he actually did tie the league in interceptions last year for lead. Lions had the player fines totaled up from 2024 at $233,736. Brian Bench led all players on the team at $70,896. Next place was 50,000 less. That was Jamison Williams that was second. And then it just went steadily down from there. Exactly, Philip Kerrigan. That's why I don't like to do the early preseason stuff for these records and stuff like that. I mean, I don't mind doing it after the schedule is out because we're just basing it off of what the team's going to look like on paper, looking at the top 53 that we see there. But things change. Some of the late round picks don't make it, and UDFA's do, and all of that goes into play. Plus the injuries that happen in OTAs and minicamp. Very good comment, Philip. And here, just for you, you had a smart, no bullshit comment. Go Pack Go for you. Even though it's fuck the Packers here every day. Nice. Have a good trip there, Dwayne Keene. So now that the rookie contracts are done for Tesla, Mike Frazier, Ahmed Hassanin, Dan Jackson, and Dominic Lovett, out of our draft picks, there's only 2 more to sign. And they're probably holding out for guaranteed money with being first and second round picks. No, they haven't yet, and I don't think they will because of his age. It's always amazing all the optimism by fans that their teams don't have a snowball in hell to do well this season. I know, I hear it. I, while everybody poo-poos on the Lions, and I know that it's been there, at the same time, the level of talent and depth on this roster managed to get them to 15-2, and it equaled the same result as the Vikings and Packers in the playoffs. 0-1. And I get that. But at the same time, everybody else had to elevate their teams and get better, or they wouldn't have a chance, correct? So I'm not saying we're going to win it. I'm saying whoever wins this division will have 12 to 13 wins most, and last place will probably have 8 or 9. Because I think our division is that damn tough that we could beat teams outside the division. Because all those last place teams that was there with Chicago got better too. I don't see 15. The schedule's a lot tougher. I don't think we sweep the division again. I'm just being honest. We might sweep the Bears at most. But even they're better than they were, so I expect that we'll probably split with everybody and have at least 2 losses. I think we have 5 losses on our schedule right now. And that's just trying to be realistic, not a homer. And it could be as many as 7 losses because a couple of those games are toss-ups. At Bengals, it really depends on their defense and our defense. If we can stop them from scoring 35 and they can't stop us, guess what? Game over. So Leonard's at his school with his kids watching Field Day. That's a good place for a dad. Yep. It is in June. They have like late June, early July. I will get the dates for you. Plus at KC with the refs, and at Baltimore, at Philly, at Washington after that NFC divisional round. Sorry, messaging in one of my Lions groups. My son has a music program today. Going to watch it. That's awesome. I love it when fathers take part in their child's lives, and especially when they're allowed to take part in their child's lives. It's important. It's good for them. Um, there are many broken homes with single fathers and single mothers that are able to co-parent. I think we end up 12-5, and at worst 10-7. That's where I'm at, and a possibility of possibly winning 13. But I'm not saying it's set in stone because we have to see what the injuries and everything that happens during the off season and preseason. I personally feel congratulations. That's not easy to do. Not in this day and age. Does Adrian have a down season this year while still recovering from his leg injury? Possibly. I'm not as worried about our DE room as everybody is Calvin Shepard seems to have something I don't have, confidence in Marcus Davenport, according to his presser yesterday. So that for me, it's a show me. I'm like from Missouri. You got to show me before I believe it. Oh yeah, I'm betting the over this year too. I think at worst we're a 10-win team. I've said it before, and say it again. That's at worst. We had the number one scoring defense, despite being 23rd in overall yardage in the NFL. So, and a lot of those yards came against really big teams. Motown Mitch in the chat. Welcome in, Motown Mitch. Let's see if I can find something for you. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. Nope.
Nice.
I like that. There we go. Yeah, I know. I agree. I like that. When we get the clown comments, that's when I'm going to do this. Or no. There we go. That'll be the clown comment sounder from now on. Because you know what? I like speaking in factual. Everybody knows that. That's why my fans that have been here a long time talk to me, is because I try not to do the bullshit. I think at worst, the Lions end up in second place. I think at best, the Lions or Packers will be first. I think everybody else is fighting for third and fourth place because we don't know. You have a question mark at quarterback in Minnesota. Here's the clown comment. I agree. I mean, the only way that happens is if they win 10 games and everybody else ties with them and they get the better out of conference point differential. I think that's the only way the Bears have a chance. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't see a worse. We only got like one stretch that's a true murderer's row. And I think that's from the week just before the Eagles up to Thanksgiving Day, that 4-week stretch. Oh, I knew that was happening. Nick Sirianni got extended yesterday with the Eagles, well deserved. I just hope it doesn't come back to bite him in the ass like the Doug Peterson contract did. Don't forget, next Monday is Memorial Day. That's to honor all those who've fallen in battle serving our country. So I will start the show with a moment of silence. I won't even be on the screen. We'll do 30 seconds, a moment of silence, and then I'll run and that's right after the intro. Out of respect to all those who fell during all the many battles, conflicts, and wars this country has had. And I'll do the same thing on Veterans Day, out of respect to those who serve. Not a moment of silence thing, but it'll be 30 seconds where we give them their respect on November 11th, like we do every year. Veterans Day is important to me. We got 47 people watching across the networks. Now, I did get some news about the earliest returns for Malcolm Rodriguez and Aleem McNeil. And it makes more sense why we drafted Malik Williams now. Malcolm Rodriguez, the earliest he can return is the trade deadline itself, week 9. And that's going by the 10-year, 2-week average for their injury. For Aleem McNeil, it's week 11. It's after the trade deadline. So I don't think trading any of our defensive tackles, except maybe Lopez, is a possibility. Because Mekhi Wingo will be in his second year. Levi is in his last year of his contract. He might be able to be moved if he's underperforming, but he's been performing well. For a not first round pick as of the last year. He actually played meaningful snaps a lot, inside and out. The guy that might be the one odd man out is Josh Pascal in the last year of his contract. The other one is probably Sorsdal. If he doesn't improve as a swing tackle, because he wasn't making it as a guard, Colby Gaynor is going to be a UDFA or a practice squad guy again. Yeah, PFF is clickbait. The only thing you can go that you trust on them is statistics that are proven, not their rankings before. And I do like their metrics on some of the stuff, like offensive line and defensive line. They're very good at ranking people at that. As far as ranking corners and safeties and wide receivers and running backs, they need to improve their metrics. In my opinion. And then former Lion Jason Cabinda was in an interview and called out Matt Patrasha for more sleigh bashing. And it happened after a joint practice with the Giants, I think it was then. And Odell Beckham Jr. was owning Slay, burning him left and right. And he saw Slay congratulate him for having a good practice and everything, and joint practice, or whether it was the scrimmage or whatever. And Matt Patrasha basically bashed him for doing that. What, is he your best friend now? You have to sit there and clap hands when he owns you like that? He's the enemy. And that's another reason why Slay wanted out. All of that crap. Can't wait to see the Ohio State defense this year. That's basically all the news that I got in a nutshell. Waiting to hear when Tate Ratledge and Kelly sign. They did share it, and they go by any time a quarterback has to move out of the pocket due to any type of pressure created by a collapsing pocket. If they have to move, whether it's forward, whatever, if they have to adjust, that's a pressure. And I'm not talking about just stepping into the pocket and making a throw. Every quarterback does that. Pressures wasn't even a stat until 2000 something. Before that, sacks weren't a stat until 1979 or 81, something like that. So any stats you see early 80s for sacks were because they had to go back and reaccumulate the sack count for all those players. And the rookie that had the best sack count was a Lion for a rookie. 18 and a half sacks, I think they said. In 1978. Bubba? Yeah. What up, JB Joseph Edway? Good to see you, Brent. We're going to take another quick break. You can watch the hip hop intro again.
Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a Lions mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
There we go. And as you see, we actually have a chat overlay, so I don't have to post them up every time. Hey, I think so too. I think it's a minimum of 1,800 yards between the two of them or more, just on the ground. And I think Jahmyr Gibbs will end up being the more of the premier back. Oh, pressures are overrated because Lions were top 10 in pressures. Good to see you. As you can see, there's nobody with me. I decided that this show is for my fans. If I invite somebody on, it's going to be someone that's not going to talk shit. Yes, those are AI. That way I don't get dinged for licensing fees. Yes, our Tigers dropped one to the Reds, got their butt smoked. So, still one of the hottest teams in baseball. And starting, I think, maybe this week or next, on Sundays, we're going to have a Tigers talk or baseball talk show. Uh, I will get into that this weekend. Dan Leonard and I are talking about doing a show on Sunday. I got to get with Mike and get a schedule time that I can do it. I want to do it before Sunday night baseball and before Sunday night football games. And we'll talk baseball throughout the rest of the season every week on Sunday. Because guess what? I'm going to be live 6 days a week. Saturday is going to be my only day off unless there's a special game where we're doing a live. So we got 5 primetime games, they're saying, because they think that either week 17 or week 18 will be flexed to primetime for the Lions. Both of those are to be determined. And then we got the 2 holiday games where we're on the only time slot. And they moved the time slot not to the evening to 1 p.m. And that being said, that was set because the viewership goes up at 12:30 p.m. So why not make that the pregame show and move everything back an hour and run just at the normal times that an NFL schedule runs? And I think it makes sense for them. No, I haven't heard anything. Oh, you're talking about Hassanin? Oh yeah, he's been having a great camp. He had a great mini camp with the rookies. They didn't do OTAs yet. That's coming up. They skipped the mini camp OTAs. They're just going straight to where it's the rookies and veterans together. Because remember, it used to be the rookie OTA, mini OTA camp, and then they did a joint one, and then they did another joint one that was mandatory. They're not doing that one. And every time I hear that kid talk in an interview, he sounds like a Lion. I'm not trying to put pressure on the kid because he is a 7th round pick, but I'm happy we got him. I'm happy it's another breaking thing in the. I've been watching some game on the TV app. It's free, but it could be off a little, like 15 seconds to a minute, or it can be right on. Yeah, I use NFL HD TV. It's the same thing there because it's a streaming service. All of those apps and streaming service are always 15 seconds to a minute behind live. And then other times they're dead on. Like the boxing stuff, it's right then. You could switch from one app to the other and not see a seamless difference. Same with the wrestling. Same with some of the other lesser sports in the professional series. But NFL HD TV, I love it. I'm trying to get with them to have them be a sponsor of my show because I've been a 4-year subscriber to them. Yeah, he's a bigger guy for someone of that stature. He also has a great. You just got to watch him. Go watch his tape. Go look it up. And I'm not talking about watch his highlight reel. Go watch a game. Pick a game, any game where he had a sack, and just watch him play. And there was plenty. He had 13 sacks this year and 10 sacks the year before. Yes, Danny Bateman, see ball, get ball. His brother said he's going to be awesome because he will work and not stop. He will his. Yep. He has big respect for Dan Campbell. He's a Dan Campbell type of guy. Just like Tate Ratledge, we said, was a Dan Campbell type of guy. And I said he was going to be a Lion. I said, I don't care if it's at 28 or in the 2nd round, Tate Ratledge would be a Lion. We had to trade up to get him, and it was worth it. And for those that don't think we had to trade up for Teslaa, I'll repeat what Jeremy Fowler of ESPN said again. Rumor is at 71, the Saints were going to take him, and if they didn't, at 72, the Bills were going to take him. So 70 was where you had to get to. The Rams tried to trade up ahead because they heard the Broncos at 88 was trying to get them. So they tried to trade up. They offered a second round next year, the 90th pick in that draft, plus a fifth rounder. So, and we didn't have an extra second rounder like the Rams do. So we had to trade up with all three of those third round picks to beat that. Absolutely. And everybody says, well, why are you worried about somebody from the Mountain West? I said, the Mountain West is a non defensive conference. It's all offense with good offensive lines. And this kid was getting sacked. Go look at what gets drafted out of the Mountain West. There isn't many defenders. It's mostly offensive guys, running backs, wide receivers, and offensive linemen. I can't wait for the season to start. I can't wait for training camp to start. I know that Trace was talking. She's going to do the same thing we did last time, and we're going to go to pick a day for training camp. If I know it ahead of time, I will put the date that we picked in here. That way, if anybody else wants to go, because training camp is free, guys. They have a free day. Look it up. Find out the date. Let's go. Let's meet up. Let's have a corner of kneecap fighters there cheering. They do sign stuff at the end of the game. I was told this one corner, but they never got to me, so I'm going to stick to where I originally thought right away. I don't mind being out in the sun. That's what they make sunscreen hats and clothing for. They always got a podium where you can take those pictures, which is where my profile pic came from. Um, there will be lots of chances for Hendon to throw to Tesla in practice. Thank you, Pat Rothwell. That's right. Don't forget to hit like, share it in your other Lions pages that I'm not a part of. I'm in a lot of them, or I at least follow a lot of them. But it helps me when my fans do it. We're sitting at 563, and I'm not trying to push or create 1,000, but I want to get to 1,000. Now it's a goal. We hit 500 this year, guys. That's awesome. Have fun. I understand. Tesla's been lighting it up. The only thing he's got to work on is getting separation. I'm jealous, Dwayne. I might head up halfway there, anyways. I got friends I need to see in Bay City that I haven't seen in a while. I have a lot of people I haven't seen face to face for a while. But when you don't have a car and you have to borrow a car, it makes things harder. I know they will. They do that. We are going up to Munising in June. I can't wait to get away from the rat race. I mean, it's the best thing for you to get away, to unplug, turn off the phone, get away from it, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. I have certain friends we get together and all we do is shoot pool. Well, you're going to see, I already heard we're going to see a lot of hooker this preseason. And I'm not just talking about on 6 Mile. They're going to be giving him every chance. It's him and Kyle Orton, and then the kid out of Eastern Michigan University that looks like he's going to make our practice squad. The kid was lighting it up at the rookie camp. See, this is third year, so you won't get to see Hendon until the veterans come now. Yeah, I know there's some areas here in Flint and in the Saginaw area that I saw where the lights didn't work from all the storms that blew through. The coffee is flowing, boys. Thank you, Brent. Before you go, I got to do this for you because we always do this. FT. Lock it back. I was up there for a while. Yes, Sunday at A1, talking to some old friends I used to work with. Yep, they're saying they're going to give him every chance to prove he's worth it as the backup. So far on Facebook, we have 5 likes out there. We have Philip Kerrigan, Joe Rivera, Paul Jones, Robert Evans, and JJ Kubakowski. He goes, that'll never get old. That's right, because I go live out of Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. I don't care that Brandon isn't my sponsor. That was one of the best taglines I ever came out with. It's all about having fun, and I try to make this fun for my fans. You guys are the reason I do this. I don't have to be paid for it. I love doing it, but it isn't cheap. So if I do get paid for it, it at least covers the cost of going. Hey, I don't even care if we lose week 1. I really don't. I think somebody asked what the toughest games on our schedule are. I believe that was Pat Rothwell that said it. And I'm going to say our toughest games are at Baltimore, at Kansas City, at Philly, at Washington, and at Green Bay. I think those are the hardest games for us to win. Am I saying we can't win them? No. How many times did people say, oh, you're not going to beat this team? Oh, nice. That's a nice area. Yeah, let's go through the rest of those sponsors. Let's have fun with it. Seeing how I started with third place, it doesn't matter the order, does it? School. That's like saying score, but with a cock in your mouth. They can get skull fucked. Fuck the Bears. And FTP. Fuck the Packers, as Leonard would say. Yeah, I know. I have the feeling they can, and they will. I want to thank everybody for watching, for being a part of Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. I hope you all had a blessed day. And last but not least, Wizard of Oz voice. I love doing that reverb. It's awesome. The way it does the depth. It does come out like that Wizard of Oz. But try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat, no matter what team you follow. Yes, sir. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. Unless you're talking to your rival fan base, then fuck them.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.